I invited him, so nah, we're just gonna be staring at Cad Bane's face. 1 second, let me go. I'm gonna go take a shower too while I'm at it.
You're joking me. Gonna have me choosing violence up in here.
Okay, so I invited this man. I'm gonna need a minute. I have to make a phone call. It's not like I don't have the time.
Hopefully it's just a minute. Is a work phone call?
Yes, it's a work phone call. Bye. BRB.
Quick. Yeah. Okay. So this should work. Hello. Oh my gosh.
Hello there.
Hello. You probably heard me about to start singing a
Wow,
tune.
he's here.
What is going on?
It's been a long time
It has.
since we've been waiting for you.
Hey,
Wait, how long have you guys been in here?
A few minutes, honestly.
Just a few.
Oh. Okay. That's good. How is my audio quality right now?
It's okay. It's nothing amazing.
Ouch.
I mean, I'm on my phone, so.
We know. You didn't have to announce it. We knew. I also know the brand of the phone is Android.
Okay.
How you know that?
From the quality, man.
From the quality?
No, he's just playing. Because you told us you have Samsung now, so.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I'm never going back.
Yep, we heard.
Maybe you should consider. Maybe you should reconsider after you listen to this podcast.
I don't think I will.
The shade.
All right. Well,
I would have to be sounding like I'm speaking another language in order for that to work.
I mean,
just bust out in the patois.
all right. Well, let's hop right into it, I guess.
Okay.
So you saw episode 6, right?
I have completed it.
Yes, that's as diplomatic as it can get. Maybe we should save the immediate reactions for the stream because.
All right, well, let's go.
Wait. You guys have not seen it yet?
What?
Oh yeah, we saw. Yeah. I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can. Just 1 second.
Yeah, I better put my headphones on because it's gonna.
Let me see if this will work.
That sounds good, actually. Kind of.
Let's see.
Me.
All right, well.
I guess we can finish up. So we can finish up episode 6. We kind of got to the part where we were talking about Luke Yoda. You kind of mentioned stuff about Luke already and how posing the question to a child. What else was?
Oh, I've thought of some more issues actually in the time passing.
Okay, I think for me at least, for that episode, that was pretty much it. So maybe we can hear your thoughts on that, and then maybe we can try to get 7. I didn't even jot down stuff for 7. Yeah. I'm just gonna wing it.
All right, let me see if my mic is working on my PC. Just 1 second.
hmm Oh, that breath though. The quality.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, when you took that breath, I was like, oh wow.
Wow.
Are we in? Are we ready? Are we ready?
I am ready.
I'm almost ready. I'm just calibrating the mic real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me just give me like 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, testing. Okay, all right, I got it working now.
Awesome.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah, there was another issue that I noticed. So this series takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but 5 years is almost as long as the entire OT takes, right?
In a
From
way,
4 to 6. Okay.
Yeah, 46. So I guess my whole thing is, man, like the fact that it took 5 years for him to just now start building the temple on some faraway worlds. Like my question is like, dude, like Luke, what have you been doing like for the past 5 years? Like 5 years is a long time, and you know when you look at the OT, like so much development happens, and when you see this, it's just like, dude, the fact that Grogu is your first student that you just so happened upon, and you don't already have hundreds, if not thousands, of force sensitive people like that you're teaching already is ridiculous. And man, like I would love some world building. Like, oh my god, I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
hadn't. I hadn't
yeah,
really thought of that. I guess maybe that one is easier for me to accept because I guess, I feel like Luke was already, a kid when it started. I mean, I guess a late
Mm-hmm.
teen. And then after those 5 years, I mean, a lot happened, overthrowing the empire and stuff. And maybe it's taking some time for, whatever remnants are there to dissipate or, something like that to
Yeah.
establish a new government. So I feel like I personally could be a bit more lenient on that. I mean, I would be curious, what does a Jedi like Luke do during those 5 years? But I guess, maybe I guess it's easier for me to be like, okay, several years in the future, then we see Luke established. But as for how he got there, or how long it took to get there, I feel like I'm kind of more willing to give that a pass, at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
um, dude. So I understand what you're saying, but I think that there should be like we have no idea what he's been up to. Like he's basically the same character. No, actually, it's worse than that. His character has reverted. So like he starts talking about talking to Grogu that he has to choose that if he chooses attachment, then he'll have to abandon the teaching of the Jedi. And my whole thing is like, what? Like, I cannot believe Luke Skywalker is saying this. The one character who was actually able to do both. Like that was what the OT was about, is that you don't have to choose. Like you can have attachment and be on the light side. You see? So
Right.
it's just like, wow. Like that just I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty bad, honestly.
Yeah, it did seem a bit like I thought we were over this now. Like, surely by now the Jedi can find a way to manage the whole attachment thing.
You went
Dude,
back to the
Um,
end of
it's
episode 3.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We've had two trilogies about this.
mhm,
Like in the OT, like the whole point is you don't have to choose, and then in the prequels, we see what happens when you're forced to choose. So it's like
mhm,
Luke knows this, like he knows what happened, and yet
mhm,
he's asking. I mean, we already talked about the ridiculous notion that he's asking this to like a child, like not even a child, to a baby who
Right.
is
Yeah.
doing, you know, like not to mention that, but the
I see your
fact that
point, but I feel like that's almost like more of a plot hole slash. That's a plot hole. Which, if we're gonna talk plot holes, that's like a whole nother topic for the show.
what are you saying is a plot hole?
Like that he's infantile, and yeah, well, he's 50, he's technically has an infantile nature. I see the point, but I attribute that to more to like poor writing.
Wait, but I don't understand how that's a plot hole though.
Like,
That he's 50 and so you're saying that because he's 50 and still childish is poor writing?
in a way, and then the fact that Luke is asking him, like you said, when it's like, why would he ask him that when the
Well, no.
trilogies?
No. So there's like numerical age, but then there's biological age. So different.
Right. We've already, yeah, and I agree with that. What I'm saying is Luke's actions are kind of like a plot hole because it's out of character for him based on the information you just provided.
For sure, because you would have
So
to.
it's poor writing.
Not only do I think it's a plot hole, but so it's a plot hole insofar as there's no reason that's given to like explain his sudden shift in character because
Exactly.
there's that. And I also feel like this does more damage to his character now.
I mean,
feel
they
like-
don't. I mean, and if you see the latest episode, I mean, there's even more damage done to a bunch of characters, which we won't talk about now.
Oh yeah, it's a mess. Yeah. So I think it's amazing that Disney is relentless in their mission to assassinate these characters. Frankly.
Okay, yeah, and honestly, I can't wait to talk about the latest one with you because I am curious.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? By the way, I'm wondering if they can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't know if the stream can. I just want to make
Their
sure.
mission. Oh, okay.
We've
Yeah, I
already-
think-
and I agree with that. No, they can. They can. They can. Okay. Cool.
Okay. I was gonna say just to tag on what Stephen kind of brought up, the whole notion of attachment. Like, if anything, I feel like that would be an interesting thing to explore. Like, how do you manage now that you've seen the galaxy like fall and rise and whatnot? Like, how do you manage being a Jedi and having attachments? Like, that's kind of new territory that I think would be interesting to explore.
Exactly. That's what they should have done. Is they should have explored. I mean that would be only one plot thread. Not to mention the entire political landscape of the galaxy. Like, you know.
Although I have to be honest, the whole Luke and Mandalorian arc was kind of out of place for the show. Just if it's the Book of Boba Fett, it should be about Boba Fett, not about what Luke's doing, not about what Din Djarin is doing.
Oh, dude, so I'm glad you brought this up. So I think it was like yesterday or something. I was rewatching some clips of the episode, and there is an edit. There's an edit where you remember the scene where the Twi'lek place gets blown up by the bomb.
Yes.
Okay, so in the scene right after they blow up, it cuts to the Jedi Hut, and I remember I physically felt like I experienced whiplash. The editing was so awful. Like,
it cuts to the Jedi Hut.
Yeah. So if you pull up the episode real quick.
I'm afraid to do that.
Oh, true.
I'll just put the link in the chat. Or just better yet, send it in Discord, and then I'll send it to the viewers in the chat.
I don't think showing just like a couple seconds would, especially if you mute it. I don't think we can like do it like for a couple seconds and then turn it down. But I think it's important to see it because
send it to me.
Well, what I remember about that scene is that it did like something drastic had just happened, but it seemed like it was kind of like not really highlighted. Like, I'm not sure if there was a specific effect that they wanted. Like, oh yeah, they just blew up what we thought was kind of like a hideout for the enemy, because that annoying Twi'lek guy, he was kind of, that's where he stayed, I guess. And the fact that it was just destroyed so quickly, for me at least, it kind of said that, okay, this is no longer a threat. You thought this was a threat,
like the
but
franchise.
Yeah, it kind of destroyed what the audience Well, I mean that's to some degree, but I mean, I guess now that I think about it, I could see it as like, okay, you thought this was the final boss or whatever, but it's not.
Wait,
This
wait,
was
wait.
just like collateral.
So
You
I'm
didn't think that lady was the final boss, the attractive Twi'lek?
yeah. So what do you? Yeah, like I don't understand what you mean.
Well, the fact that all of those characters in that whole hideout was kind of destroyed so quickly, um, just like in the blink of an eye, and then boom, the scene cuts to something else. I guess it was kind of showing something was building up, but that was not the final. The final confrontation was not to be held there. I
Well,
saw. Hmm.
yeah. So I don't feel that way at all. I think what they were trying to do is to show a like an ally of the protagonist getting getting
Oh,
killed, like to generate like I guess
emotional response or whatever.
emotional response for the antagonist. But but the funny part was the whole time it was happening, I was like, I do not care. I don't care about any of these characters.
Mm.
Like when they got blown up, I was like, oh, okay, that happened, I guess. Like it wasn't like I particularly cared about those characters to begin with. So
Oh, I see what you're saying.
so,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
It felt like something was just starting because they started to get ambiguous, and then boom, they kind of got killed off, and it's like, oh, okay, well, whatever, let's move on.
so I
For
don't
me.
And
right. But I
here's
don't know
something
what you
interesting,
mean. Yeah.
if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I saw there is it's like we didn't have like you said, you didn't care about those characters. I tend to agree there because like there wasn't like any report buildup. Like for example, remember when the pig-faced guy died in The Mandalorian?
You mean the
Oh,
guards?
the Ugnaught,
The
the
Ugnaught.
small guy. Yeah, or however you pronounce
Like
it.
he died. He died. I felt a connection to the character at that point
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
because it's like we've established like, something about that.
Hmm.
Like we established a relationship there. He was an amiable character, and like you said, there was really not much or any of that with the the new cantina or whatever that was.
Yeah, like there was no effort. There was no effort to get to like in from a writing perspective to get you to bond with these characters because like you can do
That's
something
right.
you can do something oh for sure. You can do something like this where you have characters that are close to um the protagonist who get killed and you're like, "Oh man, like it makes you want to root for them." But it just doesn't work here because these characters are just like everything's just so sterile. Like these characters are not they're hardly even characters, dude. Like seriously, like they're just so bland and like I don't even remember their names, like
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
like for example, do you guys remember their names?
No.
See exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, I could definitely see that. It just felt like, oh, let's do a little bit of world building, but not really develop the characters. And when we talk about the final episode, I might say this again that it just kind of feels like this whole series was almost like filler. It almost like it wasn't really meant to be a deep thing at all.
Definitely not.
So I guess look in hindsight now, things like that kind of make sense. It almost feels like this was supposed to be like a kid's cartoon. They just had a really big budget.
Dude, honestly, in those Book of Boba Fett episodes, the budget doesn't even look that high. It doesn't start looking high until the Mando episodes.
Right,
But there,
right.
there you can really see the production value is
But
significantly better.
I do tend to, wonder, like what you said was it even, you know, meant to be released or did they just kind of toss it in?
It seems like if I were to take my best guess, I would say that it was filmed prior to the Book of Boba Fett, and then they included it in it to well, I guess to improve the overall quality of the show. But then again, it doesn't work because if you're somebody who's going from season 2, the finale of season 2 of Mando
Right.
to the premiere of season 3 of Mando, like the last episode you're gonna know is My bad, is Mando being separated from Baby Yoda. And then in the first episode, you're gonna see him with a new ship with Baby Yoda. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be so confusing. Like what are they gonna do? Are they gonna put a recap like before they're gonna have to.
They did that in the Book of Boba Fett. They literally recapped part of the Mandalorian in there.
Right, absolutely. But how I say, like, Book of Boba Fett was set up with Mando. You see?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah.
So I don't like. Oh my god! It's just this whole season has just felt like, especially near the end, it feels like a Frankenstein.
Yeah, which we'll talk about.
Like,
I definitely want to get to that at some point, but I want to just get through this.
Yeah.
And then I guess I do, like, some of the viewers even agree with that, like, it should have been more around him. But like you said, it's almost like, oh, he's gone, now he's back. Okay, like Baby Yoda, Grogu is back. Like, okay, that lasted long. I guess we're not going to get to see
exactly
anything. So like the Mandalorian
that's true.
and Grogu is the show.
Yeah. Man, like, and like, especially with the world building stuff, like, I don't know, man. 5 years is a really long time. Like, especially if you're gonna have Luke in there, you gotta have him explain. Like, you gotta have him explain what's going on.
Unless that's another series waiting to happen.
I just really hope they don't botch Obi-Wan.
Oh, dude, what gives you any reason to think that they won't?
I don't know. I just like Ewan McGregor, and I want to hope. False hope.
Star Wars is about hope, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mark Hamill too, and look at what happened.
I mean, yeah.
I have zero faith. In fact, oh man, it's gonna suck because undoubtedly they're probably gonna assassinate Obi-Wan and Vader. They're probably gonna assassinate their characters in some way. I'm willing to bet money that those two are gonna have a reunion. They're gonna have a reunion in this series, and it's going to recontextualize episode 4 where Vader's like, our long-awaited meeting has come at last. Like, he's not talking about Mustafar. He's going to be talking about whatever garbage they're going to come up in this series. I can see it now.
Tell me about it. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly.
That's their mission. Their mission is to recontextualize everything that we do have into their new canon. And it's just like,
in a way, which is why they made some stuff not canon. Okay, but hear me out. Back on what Luke did for those 5 years. The Star Wars game Battlefront 2 talks about, the Empire right after, and we see that Luke is still kind of fighting. Remember, Luke actually plays a part in it. He saves Aiden's husband, I think.
Yeah,
I think. Choice. So we actually do see what he was up to, if you consider that.
I do not, because that's in material that is not a part of it. Like, it's not in a film. We're talking about like the TV series between Mando and Vader. Well, okay, so you're right about that. However, that Luke Skywalker that's probably the best version of Luke that we've gotten from Disney, or I should say, post Disney. It's the closest. It's the closest one that well, it's the most recognizable one for sure. From his dialogue to his power, like, he's very, like, he has the reverence factor about him, which was refreshing. But that feels like a different character from this Luke, though.
Okay, I totally agree with that. And I can say I wish there was more of that Luke, because I agree. He's like this Jedi Grandmaster, like, he has a bunch of Force powers. He's, and he's incredibly knowledgeable, and he's really like this benevolent Jedi that we want to see him be. Yeah,
and even like the dialogue where Aiden's husband meets him, or I don't know if he's her husband, but they're on the same team. Where like he falls down there and gets trapped or something, and then like you see Luke appear, and then the guy's like, I know who you are. Like in the dialogue, you can hear the reverence that he has for him, and it's like, yeah, like that's how it should be. Like this guy saved the universe, basically. Like,
Right, but you see, that's the thing. Like, I'd say at least there we get a glimpse of what Luke's been up to for the past few years.
Could you repeat that?
I said at least there we get a glimpse of what Luke has been up to for the past few years.
Yes, but again, like in his most recent material, he's not like that.
Okay, I agree, but I was just addressing the one point.
Right.
And I do get that. Okay, what else happened in that episode? I guess I'm so riled up about the latest one that it's like I almost don't even know what to think of the.
So I think after, well, I think they have their training scene.
Right.
Where-
What are your thoughts? Ben?
I think he might be AFK,
Or bored?
or he's leaving and rejoining.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Ben?
Wait, on 6, you mean?
Yes. What are your thoughts? Is there anything key that we?
Yeah, no,
I want to talk
nothing-
about Cad Bane, but
Yeah, not much else really occurred to me. But yeah, I think Steven did bring up some points about like the world building, the 5-year gap, and yeah, a subtle thing about Luke's character too, which yeah, that makes sense. I didn't play Battlefront,
well, you
or I
haven't
don't know
lived
this.
then, but
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, but yeah, I can definitely see that if the character there is different from the one that they even hinted at in the glimpses we saw of Luke in Episode 6, then yeah, I can see that the Disney Plus version of Luke might, be a different character than all the other versions. So yeah, but yeah, not too much else from me.
Hmm.
okay. So I guess we do see Cobb Blunt. We do see him scare with the Spice Runners, so we know that he's alive and well, supposedly. At that moment, he shoots him down, which was kind of cool. And then towards the end of the episode, well, basically, Grogu has to pick. Boba Fett meets with the Mandalorian. Not much really happens. I think Boba Fett makes a cameo in that episode, if I correct that, right?
Mhm.
That's the one where Boba Fett makes a cameo in his own show.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, where he doesn't say anything.
And that's the other thing that's interesting. It's like Boba Fett was kind of like you said, supposed to be this like stoic character that didn't talk that much.
Yeah, but not like this.
Yeah, no, I know.
No, I know, but like I'm criticizing the writing.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Like it's hilarious because like that guy when if Tamura I can imagine Jon Favreau. Tamura was like, I really don't think I should be talking much, and then Jon Favreau was like, oh, I'll make sure you don't talk much. So it's just like ugh. Also, a fun fact that I noticed at the beginning of the episode. So the sheriff guy from the marshal from
Yeah, Marshall. Yep, Cobb Vanth. That's who I was said.
Yeah, so in the first scene that he's in this episode, where he aims the gun at those three the three spice people.
Yep.
So he fires his gun twice. He fires his gun twice, and then they edit in the third guy just falling, like nothing hits him. If you replay it, you'll see it. Like,
yeah, I did see that. I kind of on second note, it looked like he did fire 3 times, but
I thought like the first two were really close together, and then the third
Yeah,
one
because
was
I
like
remember
really
Ben-
soon.
I remember Ben. I remember rewatching that clip because I was like, wait, what happened here?
yeah, he fires his gun twice, but I don't know how they didn't catch that in editing. And
I think he fired it quickly twice at first.
I
and then
heard it.
third.
I heard it sound twice, and then a third time.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, it's twice for sure.
Just a total of twice.
Yeah, a total of 2 times
Oh, okay.
for 3 people. So that's what I'm saying of why I believe that this series just less effort was put into it, because that's something you would catch in editing for sure. Like anybody would be like, unless you're trying to rush it out. Like if you're trying to rush it out, you're like then you'd be like, oh, it's okay, nobody will notice. Let's just get it out there like super quick. You see what I mean? Like, so yeah, stuff like that. It just the little things like that can show the attitude towards a project, I feel.
This is an Easter egg reference to the Han Solo and Greedo thing.
Definitely not. definitely just bad work.
Okay, so we get to he says a line which is kind of cool. He goes like, "You're not from around here." It's kind of cowboy western. That's really it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to unpack in this episode. I was kind of mesmerized when Cad Bane appeared. I mean, Star Wars Theory predicted it. He's like, I bet Cad Bane's gonna be there. And I'll be honest, with the introduction of Cad Bane, I felt like a sense of hope, at least from what I saw in episode 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Same.
Like, I was like, wow, his acting was on point. His character in that episode, we're just being specific, he was in character there, right?
Yeah.
Can we agree on that?
For me, definitely. I thought, okay, wow, he looks really ominous and imposing. I was like, okay, I can't wait to see what he's gonna bring in the next episode.
Steven?
I think it's fine. I did think it was hilarious how he was walking in from the desert. Like,
it really was giving that Western theme thing.
It actually reminds me. It reminds me of. Have you guys ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
No.
No, but I know I've heard of it though.
Okay, so I'm gonna show a scene, and it literally parodies this very moment. So let me see. So okay, yeah. All right, so check this out. So you guys got to see it. It's an amazing. It's so funny. All right, so streaming my screen. Okay. All right, so check this out. So this is when I saw the Cad Bane scene. This is what I thought of. Just let me know when you guys are both watching it.
Give me 1 second to pull it up.
Yeah. This scene is so funny, dude.
All right, let's see it. Just takes a bite and then he's like running in.
Look at this. It's Cad Bane did the same thing.
I mean, I see it, but it wasn't nearly as comical for me.
But well, it's just so easy to parody, right? Like you have like this one character who's like miles away, just and then it's funny because like after the gunfight happens, he just turns around and starts walking back. It's like, where are you going? Like,
that was okay. I wouldn't nitpick that because that was in character and it was very Western, and I think that stuck at least true to like.
Right, but I mean, you could have accomplished the same thing had he just rode in on a vehicle.
Okay, but that's not a Cad. I mean, that's not for the show. That doesn't.
It's not a grand entrance, I guess.
I mean, it's less Western style, and that's the whole direction they're going with this show.
Oh, it's not Western style. He can pull up on a speeder bike. He comes out with his cowboy hat, and he does the same dialogue, and then they have their gunfight. It's very Western-y still, and it fixes that problem.
I didn't see a huge problem, Ben.
I see it. For me, it's kind of like this exaggerated thing because almost like anime-esque. Like it doesn't really make sense for someone to walk in like that from so far away. But I kind of saw it as like, okay, they're trying to highlight Cad Bane as this ominous figure. So maybe it's more for theatric effect rather than being practical. But yeah, if you actually think about it, it is kind of like, okay, I mean, first of all, it must be inconvenient for Cad Bane to walk that far.
Yeah.
But I kind of just attributed it to the trying to make him, this scary guy. So.
Right. Yeah.
I think that worked though, and his dialogue there was like, "Stay out of my way," and like I liked his voice, and I thought the character design was fine. I really didn't have a problem with it, like some people did.
Oh, I didn't have an issue with it. I thought it was pretty good.
Like people were like, "Oh, why is his character
Okay.
design's so different. I'm like, it's really not that different. And Star Wars Theory broke it down, which I thought was a good video too. He's like, well, he's really old actually. He's like 70 at this
Yeah.
point, and his species only lives to like 20. I mean, I'm sorry, 40. So
Oh wow.
technically speaking, he's just like he's on respirators and stuff,
Oh, okay, interesting.
or
Yeah.
like those pipes tubes.
So that about does it for me for this episode.
Okay, same here.
Oh,
Yeah.
In character,
this
he-
finale, man.
I like the way he shot Cobb Vanth. Now I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Cad Bane would have probably shot both of them. Maybe, I don't know. But he definitely like.
I thought he
I was
did
like-
both of them.
What?
I thought he did shoot both of them.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did.
Yeah, he did.
The other guy is definitely dead. Cobb Vanth only got one bullet to him, so like that was like
Plot armor.
Yeah, that was like plot armor. I was like, you guys are hinting that he might be alive, and I'm like, okay, you could say he shot him in the shoulder. And
That was
also-
that was plot armor as well as the second guy not shooting.
The deputy person?
Yeah, the deputy just didn't shoot.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly, the
deputy
deputy,
also
he was. He what?
he also sucked.
Yeah,
He
he
did shoot.
just
He
made the
shot and
situation
missed.
worse.
Like it's different if he shot and missed.
He did.
No. He just doesn't shoot.
No, that's the whole thing that instigated the fight.
I thought someone
No.
just moved.
No, that's not what happens. Look, I'll pull it up right now.
I'm gonna pull it up too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember him shooting.
Yeah, the deputy just doesn't shoot. Like
I
he.
didn't know that.
In fact, I think. Well, I think it's either Cat or the marshal who shoots first.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay, let's watch it.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch
Yeah, you might want to go as close as possible to avoid copyright
Yeah, you can
and
skip.
audio.
Yeah, this is somebody re-edited this.
Oh, didn't they? Well, skip to the part
Yeah,
where.
we gotta skip right to it. See, like, okay. Yeah, go back.
Oh, he shot him.
He shot him a bunch of times.
I'm not streaming it to Disney, I'm pretty sure.
See? He
Oh,
just
yeah,
doesn't shoot.
you're right, you're right.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't
You know what I mean?
know that.
Because I just
It's-
remember being
it's weird. It's weird because he's the one who reached for the gun first.
Exactly. Yeah, I just remember feeling really upset at the
So
deputy. Because he
dumb.
came out there, he disobeyed orders, he escalated the situation, and he didn't even do anything.
So
He died.
bad.
That was
So bad.
frustrating.
So bad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was interesting, and honestly, I would have liked, like, not a spoiler here, but I would have preferred if Cobb Vanth and everybody stays dead.
Yeah, this back to tank, man. They'd be saving everybody
We can honestly end it here.
for 6.
You wanna stop here and then do the finale?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the time, we can talk about it.
I actually prefer that idea.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
so that's it for episode 6. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions or anything else. Are we gonna stream the next part now? Are we gonna talk about that now?
Oh, I thought we were gonna reschedule for a better time.
I thought so too. I was just curious.
I could do it now. It may be better
It's
while
up to
we're
you
all
guys.
here.
I kind of want to go to sleep pretty early, actually.
I feel that though.
Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right. Well,
But we got through 6, and now we can go. So now what we can do is we can prepare notes and stuff for 7, and then go into it with a massive discussion because oh my god, I have a lot to say. I at the very least I have over double the things from 6 to 7.
right. 6 was just like we covered a decent amount of it in the previous video too.
Right.
And, you know,
Yeah, 7. I'm gonna agree with everything you say. I just
I feel like I will too. But
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
it's gonna be fun. But my gosh.
It's oh wow.
yeah.
Dude, and the funny part was I had some friends that I was at the coffee bar with, and they were like, "Dude, you gotta see 7. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it." I was like, "Okay, all
I
right."
need to speak to them.
Well, you should have told them to. Maybe they shouldn't have been talking to you while they were on Kava.
Well, it's hilarious because now that I've had conversations with them about it, they all hate it.
Yeah, it's
So I'm blaming the kappa. I'm just.
They're all just like, "Oh God, it is terrible."
yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll say that of all the Star Wars media, I think because a lot was banking on this last episode, in some ways that helped make it give the impression that it did to me. So yeah, it's
Honestly, there were so many ways they could have fixed that, though. But
Yeah.
all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Thank you for everybody for watching. We'll do 7 at some point in the next week. I don't know when yet. We'll
It was
figure it
fun.
out. This is fun.
Stay tuned for some epic roasting of some more Book of Boba Fett.
And honestly, at that point, then after that, we could maybe talk about like the new Matrix and stuff like that, too.
Ooh, yeah. Or I know we were planning to do like a No Way Home thing too.
Yeah, we were. I guess just we've already discussed it, so I know you're not
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, we.
So that's the only reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should do. I agree. Maybe like I might just go and watch. Oh, did I ask you this already? But is Bad Batch worth watching?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Neither have I.
Hmm.
Somebody has told me that it's not really that great. It's like, oh yeah, somebody told me it's like one step down from the Clone Wars.
Okay.
I can believe it.
Quality and story, but it's still decent.
Right.
So maybe we could all watch it at some point and then talk through that. I'd be really interested in that, honestly.
Okay. Maybe we can explore that.
Yeah, I am curious to hear how it goes. I mean, the Bad Batch, because I've heard a lot of things about it and I don't know what to believe.
Okay. Sweet.
All right, awesome. Well, I'll catch you guys later.
All right, dudes. See you.
Yep.